You've received a hug before that felt like nothing, haven't you? A hug that left you feeling emptier than before it happened. We all know it. The quick pat on the back, almost a dismissal. The awkward shoulder squeeze, where both people aren't sure where to put their hands. Or the dreaded A-frame hug, where only your shoulders touch, creating a vast, awkward chasm in between. These hugs, however well-intentioned, often fail at their most basic task. Instead of building a bridge of connection, they dig a moat of separation. They say, "I am performing a social duty," not "I am here with you." The problem is, none of us were ever really taught how to hug. We imitate what we see in movies, or we repeat the clumsy habits we formed in our youth. We focus on the wrong things. Should I squeeze harder? Where should my hands go? Is this lasting too long? Our minds race with 1,000 questions, and the result is a hollow, soulless action. But what if I told you there's another way? A way to turn this simple, often overlooked gesture into a powerful statement of safety, trust, and presence. A hug that isn't just felt in the moment, but is remembered all day long. In this video, we're not just going to learn the techniques of a hug, we're going deeper. We're going to learn how to transform our intention, how to master our own minds, to create a genuine connection. And the key to mastering this art comes from an ancient source of wisdom, an unlikely place, Stoic philosophy. Welcome to the guide on the Stoic Hug, how to hug like a pro and make her think about you nonstop. Stoicism? I know what you're thinking. What does the ancient philosophy of bearded Romans have to do with hugging a girl? The answer is everything. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, dedicated their lives to studying how to live a good life. And the core of their philosophy wasn't about suppressing emotion, as many mistakenly believe. It was about understanding it. It was about focusing our energy on what we can actually control and letting go of what we can't. A hug, in essence, is a microcosm of human relationships. It's filled with vulnerability, uncertainty, and the potential for both profound connection and excruciating awkwardness. And this is precisely where Stoic wisdom shines. The first and vital principle is presence. The Stoics called it prosody. It means attention, the vigilance of the mind. It is the ability to keep your mind right here, right now, in the present moment. In a world that constantly pulls us in a million different directions, phone notifications, to-do lists, worries about the future, giving someone your undivided attention, even for just 10 seconds, has become one of the most luxurious and precious gifts. When you hug someone with a distracted mind, they feel it. Your body might be there, but you are not. You're thinking about the game last night, the meeting tomorrow, whether you look foolish. The hug becomes an empty shell. The Stoic hug demands prosody. It requires you to silence that noisy internal dialogue. Focus on the physical sensations, the warmth of the other person, the rhythm of their breathing, the feel of their hair against your cheek. Listen to the silence between you. The hug is no longer an act you are doing, but a state you are in. You are not a performer, you are a provider. You are not an actor, you are a refuge. This total presence sends a message more powerful than any words. In this moment, nothing is more important than you. This leads to the second Stoic principle, focusing on intention, not outcome. A great Stoic, Epictetus, taught that we must clearly distinguish between what is in our control and what is not. You cannot control the weather, the opinions of others, or whether they like you, but you can control 100% your own actions, choices, and intentions. Let's apply this to a hug. A bad hug often stems from a flawed intention. The desire to get something. You hug to get approval. You hug to seem attractive. You hug to soothe your own insecurity. You are seeking a specific outcome. I want her to like me. I want her to think I'm strong. This focus on the outcome creates tension, awkwardness. You're trying to manipulate a response, and that always backfires. The Stoic hug, in contrast, comes from a pure intention, to give. Your goal is not to receive warmth, but to provide warmth. Your goal is not to feel secure, but to create a space of security. Your goal is not to get approval, but to give unconditional support. When you shift your intention from taking to giving, the entire dynamic changes. You are no longer worried about how you're performing. You are focused solely on serving the other person in that moment. It's like planting the seed. I can control planting it, watering it, and placing it in the sun. Those are my intentions and actions. I cannot control if it will sprout or how many flowers it will produce. That is the outcome. By focusing on doing what I can control correctly, I create the best conditions for a beautiful result. Your hug is the same. Focus on giving presence and safety, and let the outcome take care of itself. And finally, the third principle, creating safety, not demonstrating strength. In our culture, men are often encouraged to be strong, and in a hug, this is often misinterpreted as squeezing tightly. An overly powerful bear hug can feel confining, controlling, or even aggressive. It can make the other person feel small and overpowered rather than cherished. A Stoic understands that true strength, or virtue as they called it, is about using your power to serve and protect. So the Stoic hug is not a weak hug, but it is not an overpowering one either. It is a solid hug. Imagine you are a sturdy stone wall that someone can lean against when they are tired. You don't move. You don't waver. You are simply there, firm and reliable. The pressure of your arms is not to constrict, but to communicate, I am here. I am not going anywhere. You can let go. In this space, you are safe. This is a subtle but crucial distinction. Your strength is not used for dominance, but for sanctuary, a temporary refuge from the chaos of the world. When you combine these three principles, presence, giving intention, and solid strength, you are no longer just performing a physical act. You are communicating a philosophy. You're saying, without words, that you are a person of inner calm, a person of safety, and a person who is entirely focused on them. And that, my friends, is what makes someone think. Now that we understand the why, let's get into the how. We're going to break down the perfect hug into three phases: the prelude, the embrace, and the graceful release. Remember, these are guidelines, not rigid rules. Adapt them to the situation and the person. The first phase is the prelude. This is the most overlooked but most critical stage. A great hug begins before any physical contact is made. First, read the signs. A Stoic is a keen observer. Before you move in, take a second to assess. Is the other person turning towards you? Are they making eye contact? Or is their body angled away, their arms crossed, their gaze averted? Respecting personal space and non-verbal consent is the foundation of a safe hug. If you're unsure, a gentle, "Can I give you a hug?" is never a bad idea. This show of respect is a powerful message in itself. Next is your approach. When you decide to move in, do it with open body language. Don't rush at them. Walk calmly. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your hands at your sides, perhaps with palms slightly forward, a sign of openness. Offer a gentle, genuine smile that reaches your eyes. You are inviting a connection, not demanding it. Your entire body should say, "I come in peace and goodwill." Phase 2 is the embrace. This is the heart of the hug. We'll focus on three key elements: the frame, the breath, and the stillness. First, the frame technique. Your hand placement is crucial. A common mistake is hugging too high around the neck, which can feel possessive, or too low, which can feel inappropriate. The ideal frame, one hand on their upper back right between the shoulder blades. This is a supportive and non-threatening position. Your other hand should be on their mid-back or just slightly above their waist. This placement creates a balanced, secure frame. Both hands should be relaxed and open against their back, not with clenched fingers. This maximizes contact and the feeling of being held. Next is pressure. Think of it like a handshake. Too weak is flimsy, too strong is aggressive. Your pressure should be firm, even, and consistent. Imagine you're trying to calm a frightened animal. You wouldn't snatch it, you'd hold it solidly so it knows it's safe. The goal is grounding, helping them feel stable and connected to the earth, not confining them. The pressure should be just enough that they can lean into you and feel fully supported. And head position. Don't go face to face, it's too confrontational and can be awkward. Instead, tilt your head slightly to one side, so your cheek is next to their head. Your temples might lightly touch, or not. This creates a sense of private intimacy without being invasive. The second and game-changing element, the breath technique. The moment you connect in the hug, do this. Take one slow, deep breath in through your nose, and then let it out slowly through your mouth. This simple act is magical. First, it instantly calms your own nervous system. Any anxiety or awkwardness you feel will dissipate as you focus on your breath. You become calm and grounded. Second, and this is the key, the other person will feel it. They will feel your chest rise and fall. Subconsciously, their nervous system will begin to sync with your calmness. Your deep breath is a nonverbal signal that says, relax. It's okay. You are quite literally breathing peace into them. And the third element, the stillness technique. In our hurried society, we have an almost irresistible urge to do something during a hug. We pat, we rub, we sway. Resist that urge. The back pat in particular is an intimacy killer. It's a social cue that means, okay, that's enough, let's wrap this up. It breaks the moment and reintroduces awkwardness. Instead, just be still. Let the silence and your presence do the work. Hold the hug just a little longer than you normally would, maybe 5, 6, or 7 seconds. In those few seconds of silence and stillness, something magical happens. The social armor melts away. Real connection has a chance to form. You are no longer two separate individuals performing a ritual. You become a single unit of peace and trust. Phase 3 is the graceful release. How you end a hug is as important as how you begin it. Don't abruptly pull away or drop your arms. It's jarring and can erase all the good feeling you just created. Instead, release slowly. Gradually lessen the pressure. Take a small step back and crucially hold eye contact for a second or two after you separate. Offer a genuine smile. This brief moment of connection after the hug seals the experience. It validates the sincerity of the gesture. If the context is right, a simple verbalization can reinforce the feeling, not a speech, just a, "It was so good to see you, take care of yourself," or "Thank you for that." And that's it. The anatomy of a hug to remember. So we've gone through the philosophy and the mechanics of the Stoic hug, but if you remember only one thing from this video, let it be this. A great hug is not a checklist of techniques to be marked off. It is a philosophy expressed through action. It is built on the foundation of presence. Your mind is completely there with them. It is fueled by the intention to give. Your goal is to provide safety, not to get validation. And it is executed with solid strength. You are a refuge, not a cage. The reason a hug like this can make her think about you all day is not because it was technically perfect. It's because it made her feel something incredibly rare and precious in our modern world. It made her feel seen, not just as an object in space, but as a person with all their burdens and joys, and you were there to share that moment. It made her feel understood. Without words, you communicated that you get the basic human need for connection and safety, and most importantly, it made her feel safe. Safe to be herself, safe to let go, safe in your solid presence. In a world where most interactions are rushed, superficial, and transactional, creating a small moment of genuine safety and connection stands out like a beacon.
It's not a trick. It's the natural result of acting with intention and virtue. And the beauty of this philosophy is that it doesn't just stop with hugs. You can apply it to how you listen to a friend in need with complete, non-judgmental presence. You can apply it to how you look someone in the eye with sincerity, not aversion. You can apply it to how you do your work with a focus on the quality of the action, not the praise it might bring. Stoicism teaches us that the quality of our lives and the quality of our relationships is determined by the quality of the attention and intention we bring to each moment. So I have a call to action for you. Don't just watch this video and nod along. Practice it. The next time you have the opportunity to hug a friend, a family member, or someone you care about, make it a mindful practice. Don't try to get all the steps right at once. Just pick one thing. Maybe this time you'll just focus on the breath. Just take that one deep breath. Or maybe you'll focus on the stillness. Resist the urge to pat them on the back. See how it feels. See how they respond. Make it a small experiment in the laboratory of your own life. And I'd love to hear about it. Go down to the comments and share. What has your experience been with hugs in your life? Have you ever had a hug that truly changed your day? One that you still remember? Share your story. We can all learn from each other. Thank you for taking the time to explore this seemingly simple yet profound topic with me. If you found value in this, a like would mean the world, and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into living a more meaningful and connected life. Remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is the simplest action done with complete presence and intention. Take care, and give great hugs.